Hey guys, it's Ali from Little Hill Homestead. Today is day 3 of our Christmas in July series. And so today's video is actually one, it's pretty dang simple, and you can actually make this close to Christmas and it doesn't require a wait. But it is something that if you're growing homegrown, my word. If you grow, not raspberries, stop saying that, rosemary, the herb. If you grow rosemary, or if you don't, either way, this is a great recipe to use some of it up now while it's going crazy, and that is rosemary salt. What is rosemary salt? It's rosemary and salt. Literally, that's it. But we're going to blend it together and cook it in the oven and do something awesome with it, and it is great to put on recipes to give them like a little oomph. So my favorite thing, we love to do it on potatoes, like roasted potatoes in the oven. Super bomb. The other thing that we love to do with it is use it as a finishing salt, like on top of rolls and stuff like that. And it gives them this just like unique flavor. Anything that you want to use salt in, like on pork, but you want a rosemary flavor, this is your jam. Also, we love to do sourdough on our channel, and we put this in a little bit of olive oil in a dish, and you can dip your sourdough in it, and it's just this delicious little something special. So this recipe, it takes you like a half hour to make it, but it makes a bunch, and so I'm going to make 3 cups of this for you guys today. So typically you would use your, you can do this in a blender. I have like a little, what are these called? Food processor. I have a full-size one. I hate getting that thing out. Let's be real. So I'm going to do this in 3 batches in our little one today. And then I'll show you the next step after we do 3 batches. So it takes 3 cups of salt. I'm going to do 1 cup of salt per round in our mixer to not overwhelm it. So you need 1 cup of salt going in. So the recipe, if you're doing the full batch because you're cool and you want to get your big your big food processor out, is 3 cups of salt and 8 to 10 sprigs of rosemary. I just cut these out of the garden. If you want to use dried, you totally can. It would be a tablespoon of dried rosemary going into the blender instead of the fresh. So you know how rosemary is like on a stick? You want to take it off the stick. So to do that, I just go backwards and it pulls right off. And then the tip is like a different texture, so I just leave that. You turn it backwards. Does that make sense? I don't know. Some of these have little side shoots, and I'll put those in because they're tender. But on the main plant, whoops, just go backwards and it pulls down. So that was 2 going in. I'm going to do 1 little one since that was pretty substantial, that size of that guy. The second one was like almost like 2 on its own. Okay, so put that in your food processor. You're going to pulse it just until the rosemary is kind of incorporated into a little bit smaller pieces into your salt. And I apologize. I know you guys always say, can you mute your mic when you're using food tools like this and blenders? I don't have a mute button. So here we go. La, 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 la. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that. I apologize. Down the road, as our channel grows, maybe, but for now, is there a mute button? You know what? I'm over 40. I can't see. Okay, that's it. So we have pulsed it until it looks kind of like little bits of rosemary mixed in your salt, which is what it is. I wish I could smell it. I'm going to put that onto a parchment-lined baking sheet, and I'm going to go ahead and do my other 2 cups of salt. I always have issues getting this back on here, especially because salt fell into the mixer. Okay, cup number 2. I'm not going to make you guys sit here with me for the whole 3 cups, so I'll just tell you what I'm going to do. I have my oven preheating at 200 degrees while I'm doing this. Like I said, I have this on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. All I'm going to do is once I get my 3 cups on there, I'm going to kind of spread it around as best I can. And I'm going to put it, it's making me cough. I'm going to put it into the oven at the 200 degree mark for 20 minutes. During that 20 minutes, you're just going to stir it a couple times to make sure that all your rosemary is getting dried out. If you used dried rosemary, not fresh, you don't need to do the oven part. You would literally do this, you're done. But I'm trying to use up what I have in my garden, and so I have to cook it in the oven. So 200 degrees for 20 minutes, and that's just enough to dry your rosemary out, and then it will be a long-term storage thing after that. So I will bring you back once it comes out of the oven, 200 degrees, 20 minutes. Stir it a couple times just with, whatever spoon, and just kind of incorporate it. So I will bring you back. Well, like I said, 3 cups of salt, 8 to 10 sprigs of rosemary. If you're doing fresh, it's 3 tablespoons. If you want it potent, add a little more, up to you. I like to squish it in there and get it really good and incorporated. Mix it up, throw it on your thing, 220 minutes. We'll be back. Hey guys, we're back. It's been 20 minutes. I just pulled our salt out of our oven. I forgot to turn the oven off. No, I didn't. So let me show you kind of what it does. It was flat. I kind of shook it a little bit. It gets kind of clumpy as you're cooking it. Just kind of, it'll break apart. It's just fine. So our rosemary is now completely dried out, and so this can be considered shelf-stable at this point. It's not going to do anything funky to your salt, and it's usable now or whenever you want to use it. So I have really good. It smells really good. I have some little tiny mason jars, and I have these labels. We use them in our kitchen actually a lot. They're chalkboard labels. I get them. I think these ones came from Hobby Lobby, to be honest with you. It comes with 28 labels, and if you wait for them to go on sale, they're like $2 for them. But they just peel right off, and you can write on them with a chalk marker. So I did that. I'm going to try to find my chalk marker because the one I had was flat, and so it wasn't writing clean. But I'm just going to write on them that it's rosemary salt. I'm using my canning funnel to get this in here. But what we're going to do now, and this is still hot, so just be careful because salt does get pretty warm. So I'm just going to put it in our jar. You can, by the way, use Himalayan pink salt, so then it would be this beautiful like pink and green type of a situation going on. I got some clumps in there, so. Clumps fixed.
Let's see, you can use a chopstick.
So there you go. Boom. You could use a chopstick too, but I'm too lazy to get one, even though I have my sous chef right here and he would have gotten it for me if I had said it. All right, so all I'm going to do is continue filling my jars. I should probably bring my jar closer. That would be the wiser thing to do here. So for me, I had rosemary on hand already. I'm using jars that I had on hand, but you can get jars at the thrift store really easily. And if you don't want to buy little tags like this, you can use the paper and thank you, Lovey. You can buy use the paper with the twine like we did on our extracts the other day, and just make little tags for it that says what it is. I like to let everybody know, like, hey, this is what this is on it. And if it's something that you like, put like a little piece of paper into your gift basket that says like, these are great uses for this. This is awesome on French fries, rosemary, French fries, boom. And then on like chicken or pork, like I was saying, or anything like that. It's just a good like finishing salt, really. Pork's my favorite though. I love pork with salt and rosemary. Our kid who did not like rosemary is now no longer living here, so we can use as much rosemary as we want. What a weird thing to not like. Not really.
He's going to watch this.
He's going to watch us and be like, huh. All right, so there's our 3 little containers. Like I said, they're still hot, and so I'm not going to put the lids on quite yet. I am going to do a little shake to get it sunk down, so I have a little tiny bit left. I'm going to see if I can fit it. But this made 3 of our bigger jars. If you guys have the smaller ones would plenty in like a gift basket if you're trying to make it for, different people.
I was doing a little shake.
Oh, he was doing a little shake like I was on the jars. That was slick. Lordy, lordy. You guys, you tell him one time that he tells really good dad jokes, and now it's like his life's mission. No, I'm just kidding. He actually sends our kids we have a daily chat type thing that we're doing with our kids while they're not here, and he does a dad joke of the day. So that's been fun to see what he can come up with. I can't remember what today's was, but anyways, okay, that's plenty. I'll use the rest on dinner tonight. We're having a chicken piccata for dinner tonight to use our lemons from our lemon extract recipe. So I needed a lemon recipe. So I'm just going to loosely put my lids on until this cools all the way, just so it doesn't get any condensation from the heat.
In my defense, one of my kids gave me 2 bad dad joke books for Christmas. So.
Yeah. You've earned the right. But that's what the final product looks like. It is basically just little bits of rosemary throughout your salt. And like I said, it's great on, there's a lot of recipes. If you like rosemary, kind of just adds a little unexpected flavor in things. And so it's quite delicious. Plus, this with all your other little goodies that we're making, or this is really good on popcorn too. That's the other thing. So if you want to do like a homemade gift basket that's just around rosemary salt, throw some popcorn in there, throw a bag of frozen French fries in there. No, don't do that. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But anyways, that is day 3 of Christmas in July. I'm going to link below days 1 and 2. I have a laundry list of things. I'm hoping that I can get through a majority of them in the month of July to get you guys all of our Christmas in July ideas that I've got going in my head. So if you guys have any ideas of like, hey, this would make a great little homemade gift, or like things that you've given before. I don't want just jams and jellies, because like I do a lot of jams, jellies, and picante sauces, because that's like stuff we can do from our garden, and our garden's not producing this year. So I'm trying to come up with things that are easy for you guys to make at home and that will stand the test of time until December and when you can gift them. Anyways, that is our video for today. Like I said, subscribe if you are not already a subscriber. We come up with some crazy stuff on our channel, and we appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for watching, guys. I can't reach it. My husband. Oh, no, one more time. Nope, down lower. In that way.